Hey guys, this is sliced beef lasagna. I recently built a new computer because I decided I didn't want consoles anymore. So I guess I'm gonna be trying to start streaming on Twitch. It's kind of what I built this for. This is my old rig right here. I'm gonna be using this to stream. I have a Elgato capture card that I'm planning on using. It seems to be working out so far. So here's the inside. There's my dog. He likes the way it looks too. I particularly am not great at cable management, but you know, this is as good of a job as I could do. I wanted to add some extra RAM to this computer, and I also had a hard drive laying around. It was a 1 terabyte hard drive that I added into this computer so that I could have more space for videos and whatnot. I guess just did some basic ass cleaning in this bitch because it needed that, because I hadn't opened it in like a long ass time. So that's the back cabling, and here you can see the RAM that I have installed. It is a different color, and look at that pretty motherfucker right there. But this is the new computer that we're going to be building. This case here, I'm going to be adding all the new parts that I bought. Starting off with a B450 Aorus Pro Wi-Fi motherboard. I went with the 450 just because it's cheaper. This isn't really like a budget PC, but it's like, oh, I don't got money like that, you know? Pinch that motherfucker, pull it out. Look how nice that is. But came with all this stuff that I don't fucking need. Trying to pull this off with one hand was not entirely the easiest thing to do. But here's the motherboard. I'm not going to tell you about any types of specs or anything like I care about it. Kind of just got it because it was a good price for me. Ryzen 7 3700X is the CPU that I'm throwing up in here. Look at this. Look at this lever that I gotta put down real nice and neat like with one hand. It's pretty it's not that big of a deal. It's in there. There you go. So after that, I put on the CPU cooler, the stock one that comes with it. It just kind of latches in there, right there, pretty easily. When I first put it on, it was kind of wiggly. So right here, you can see me like testing it. I always like to test to make sure the damn thing's on there good. See how it feels if you try to pull it by the CPU cooler. It was pretty wiggly when I did it, and that was because I didn't put it on correctly all the way. But we'll get to that later. Here's the RAM I used. I used 2 sets. So all 4 of those slots right there are gonna get filled nice and tight like. Yeah. 1 stick of RAM. Got 1. That's in there. 2, 3, and 4. So that's all the RAM. Next, I got the most boring fucking graphics card that I could find. Got a RTX 2070. This has 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM. I was just reading that off the box. Pinch that bitch. Pull that bitch out. So I got this card because I was trying to get a 3070 that just came out, but those sold out within fucking seconds. But whatever. So this is going to actually go into my old rig once I am able to get that 3070. As you can see here, there's a little bit of wiggle. Doggy time. No more doggy time. So now it's time to actually put this thing into the case. I don't remember what kind of case this is. This is a Fantex something. I guess I will write it down at some point if I care that much. So, thumb screws out. Didn't use a thumb, used a screwdriver to get out thumb screws, whatever. That's not the point. So this case actually has some really cool Velcro thingies that hold in all the loose cables for helping with cable management. Came with a nice accessory of some stuff. Pinch that bitch off. Yeah. And the outside is actually a whole layer of tempered glass. It's pretty fucking heavy. But I went ahead and screwed in everything. Screwed in the graphics card and the CPU cooler. I figured out how to put it in correctly. And this is always the most annoying part, is trying to get these fucking screws and these fucking standoffs. Maybe I could have did that first, but I didn't do that first. I did it after I screwed in the graphics card for some fucking reason. And I dropped my fucking screwdriver in there. I hate this so much. It was something that always happens to me. I always drop my fucking screwdriver when I'm fucking building a fucking computer. But after a while, I was able to manage to realize maybe I should go from the other direction, and I got that bitch screwed in there. So motherboard is in there nicely, nice and snug. Doggy time. So after doggy time, it's time to get the power supply going. I got the CX750M. It's got 750 watt. I don't even need all this fucking power for this computer. Probably could have went with something a little bit smaller, but I figured it'd be nice to have the extra headroom. Corsair. Look, watch. I'm gonna open this bitch. Yeah. Pinch that bitch. Nice. So I'm always kind of confused about which way I'm supposed to put the thing in, but whatever. I put it face down, like that. Fan facing down. Right? Because I remember that's how I made my first computer, so I just did that way too. Got that in there, got hard drives. One's 1 terabyte, the other one's 750 gigabytes. Pretty standard stuff, whatever. There's also this really cool grill at the bottom of the case. But, so, got front panel connectors and all these other connector cables, and got them all routed through so that everything is where it needs to be. This is not my cable management. Like I said, I'm really bad at cable management, but just wait. I'm gonna show you in a second here. This fucking thing gets there. So all of this I'm showing you is just like all the cables where they need to go before they are actually cable management. Before, and I was testing it to make sure it was on before I did any cable management. Just wanted to make sure things turned on before I started putting cables down and shit. So this is my cable management job. I think I'm really fucking terrible. You got this dingle dang right here. That thing just sits there. I just kind of throw it over. Like, there's always cables that just fucking hang, and I don't know what to do with them. I don't really understand how people make cable management look so fucking pretty. Some wires don't ever fucking reach where they gotta go. On the back, you can see I kind of just... I swear that this is not how it actually looks. I actually don't think that's how I finished it up. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't touch that up, but that's the back. Whatever, let's just pretend that that's what it is. That's all those dingle dangs right there. Whatever. I went ahead and just put my old computer back where it goes. And at this point, it was time to test out the new one. Oh, damn it. I totally forgot to turn it on, though. So now we're going to try it out. And it runs, it works, and that is my PC.